great weekend. We are so excited you're here. Adrienne is out today, but she will be back with us soon. We miss you, A. All right, ladies, let's get the week started right with some girl chat.
Well, Garcelle, I actually have something I want to chat with you about. We recently discussed my love of air fryers, and it seems that you have a new food love as well. I've been looking at your IG. See, you know what I've been saying? Yeah, I've been seeing what
I know you're all in it, Lonnie.
Yeah, I'll be all in your business, okay?
I know, and I love it.
You've been creating these charcuterie, what they say? Charcuterie boards.
Okay.
Charcuterie boards.
Charcuterie.
Cheese boards. This cheese boards. That's what I say. And cheese, ain't it?
Yes.
It's cheese, you know. But you know, they look really good. Look, look what she's been doing.
I've decided to try doing my own charcuterie board, and I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. Yes, that's Veuve Clicquot Rosé. Can't have that.
I didn't realize I said about the champagne, too.
Yes.
You know what? I've been obsessed with them.
That's a good one.
Thank you, and I'm pretty proud of it.
Who taught you how to do that?
I didn't know how to do it. When you go to some fancy dinners, sometimes they have them as an appetizer, or, you know, it looks really pretty, and I thought, well, I can do that. I have boards. I actually collect wood boards. I really love them. So I thought, let me try instead of spending so much money doing it. So I went to Ralph's, my local grocery store, and just bought like salami and cheeses and crackers, and you know, I kind of personalize it. If it's just me and my boys, then I'll make things that they like. I'll put like dried apricots or cranberries and grapes, and it's just become a thing, and I really like it. Have you ever made one?
Yes.
I didn't know that that's what I was doing. I didn't know that. I just make some cheese and some grapes.
Charcuteries are awesome.
And no two charcuterie boards are alike. That's the best part.
Thank you.
Not only do you put you gotta have yours where, you know, it sticks out from the rest. You know, I don't know what your secret touch is. I think your rosé was part of it. I also saw some preserves, which I think was really cool that you included,
I did have
right?
some jam, and I also went to the farmer's market, and my kids love honey sticks. Like in all different flavors, they're like $5 for $1.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of honey sticks for them. So that was like a little touch to it.
Yes. I learned
sounds-
the art of charcuterie boards from my dear friend. Her name is Rosalina, but she taught me like the real test to a charcuterie board is set it down in front of your man and sees if he gets into it like as soon as you put it down. So me and Jay actually go over to Rosalina's
I may have done that
house,
too.
and she teaches me how to, like, you see that? You put it down in front of him, and he's like, I gotta get into it, you know? So I think the secret, though, to making a really good, decadent-looking charcuterie board, and tell me if you agree, is to make sure it's stacked. You gotta have levels. You can't lay everything. You can't just put a tiny amount of things. You've gotta have it, you know, kind of falling overboard on the sides, like making sure it just looks so scrumptious.
It's all in the cheese.
Right?
Yes, and you can add
It's
nuts.
all in
I
the
had
cheese.
pistachio and almonds, and it's really fun.
Yes.
I'm only trying to practice dry January, so I like to make those with wine, and I can't have that right now. So, but in February, you know, because to me the wine is what accentuates the whole thing. You know, the whole experience.
The flavors.
You get a little meat, you get little crackers, little meat.
Okay, but Lonnie,
little grape.
get yourself a LaCroix. Get yourself a LaCroix and put a little bit of orange juice in it or some lime in it, and it'll taste just as refreshing. You won't even miss it.
I've been doing that, Jeannie. I've been doing that.
What?
It
doesn't work?
No, don't listen to her.
It's not
Don't
the
listen to
same.
her. I just can't wait for February 1st. February 1st, I'm going to be outside of your house with 2 bottles of something.
Nice. Okay, well,
gonna
don't
be
leave
right
me out of
outside
the
your house.
invitation. Count me in. Don't you dare leave me out. If I see a picture on the gram, I'm coming after you. I know where you live, Lonnie. Right, well, here's something else that I saw on the gram, all right, guys? So Hollywood Unlocked recently reposted this tweet from Justin LA Boy about fighting fair. He said, I'd be so mad when I forget to say something in an argument. I'd be wanting to re-argue. Ladies, has this ever happened to you? I actually understand exactly what he's talking about. When you're in it so bad, and let's say you've hit the 10 already, so now you're fuming, you walk away, or you've slammed the door, whatever. But then you think of something really good to say that maybe even can help you win your argument. Do you come back and reignite that argument just to get that in?
Well, I'll find a way to put it in. I don't reignite it, but I'll find a way to say, hey, you know what I also forgot to say? I forgot to say this. And I think, for me, I think about the best lines after the fact, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the
After the
worst.
fact.
And
So I
in the
have to get
shower,
better.
right, Garcelle?
Yes.
In the shower, it always comes, when you're loofahing. You're like, I could have
when you're
said
loofahing.
this.
What about you,
I don't
Lonnie?
like
What
to
do you
argue.
do?
I don't like to
really?
argue, but when I do argue, I argue. I already have it because I already have a list of stuff that I let slide. So
That's so
then that's
your
when the list
engineer
is
mind.
presented. Yeah, I already have that.
So
I
you
usually
hold
don't
it in
forget.
until, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I just
Okay,
let
wait,
it on
I'm gonna
out.
admit something. Okay, I'm gonna admit something. Sometimes I've been so mad, okay? I've been so mad, and I know that my temper will get the best of me, and I'll miss everything
Yeah.
I wanna say because that person, whenever you plan an argument, you never prepare for what they're gonna say back to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when they say things
Right.
back to you, it could ignite you even further than getting your points across.
Right.
So, Lonnie, I've started to like make my notes on my phone about what I want to say, and then I put the screen
Genie!
lock on. I turn off the screen lock so it's there, so that I can look at it real quick and be like, yeah. And just like
Genie!
Thursday is that day that you also said this, and I didn't appreciate it because that's the same thing you did Monday, and I need it there.
That's so
I
wrong.
go back weeks.
Patty
I
LaBelle
go back
right here.
months. In July, what you did, and I let it slide.
Okay.
But I'm letting you know right now. And then in August, and then in 1996, that's what I'm arguing with my mama.
Yeah, I go back too.
No, it's true.
2 years ago,
Here's
remember?
the worst. But the reason why you have to do that is especially when you're catching somebody on a habit that they do, that they swear they don't do, you have to bring back that date. Because if they can't remember when they did it, your argument means nothing. So you actually have to
Exactly.
remember when it was they did it because they're not going to remember
Yeah.
for you.
We would be really good attorneys.
Yeah.
Oh,
What is it?
litigation all day.
How do your
All day.
partners fight with you? How do your partners fight with you?
You know, I never really believed in zodiac signs. I know some people are like super into it, but when I started
Yeah.
learning that some of your traits can really, they really replicate what your sign stands for, mine showed true in me and Jay. So Jay's a Libra, I'm a Capricorn. And I find that Jay is very balanced. Everything, the scales are always balanced. If he brings up a point, he'll also fight a counterpoint to himself. Or if I'm already tipping the scales in one way because I'm super mad, he'll always try to level it out and always try to just bring a peace. He's always peaceful. Whereas I'm a Capricorn, so I'm very headstrong. I'm so like
Yeah.
stubborn. I'll hit it like into the ground, and it's not a good habit. So your signs can have a lot to do with it, and you should work against it sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I,
agree
believe in
with
signs.
that.
What about you?
This is the thing about James. We allow each other to fight the way we are. We don't take it personal. Like, we don't disrespect each other, but
Oh, yeah.
I know and I hit a button when I hear him say, "Hey, Lonnie." If he
really?
says that, then he's about to hit me with something. I know that. I know if he like say if I'm saying, because
You struck a
blah,
chord.
blah, 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 he'll pause. He'll say, "Hey, Lonnie," and then he about to hit me with something. I've noticed that about him. 3 years we've been together, and he hits me with the "Hey, Lonnie," and I don't know. It's something about white guys and that "Hey, buddy," "Hey, pal," "Hey, pal."
No,
He
Lonnie,
goes,
I
"Hey,
got
Lonnie."
it. I got it. I got you.
White guys.
James's "Hey Lonnie" is
telling
the
you.
translation to women saying, "You know what? That's what it is,
Yeah,
right?"
Yes.
we need to talk.
That's what
we need to talk.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's just the way he, and I
You don't mess with
I know
James.
something is coming. Yeah, when he can't say, "Hey,
That's
Lonnie."
so funny.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna
done.
remember that myself. I may use it every now and then.
Me too.
All right, you
I feel
guys,
like
I'm
she
gonna
needs
move-
it once in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you guys, up next, a wife recently wrote into Slate's Ask Prudence to ask for some advice. She's been married for 22 years and has always spent an hour getting ready each morning. Taking a shower, shaving, doing her hair, and putting on her makeup. But lately, she decided to stop grooming free Sundays. She's not doing it on Sunday, where she doesn't do any of it, right? So guess
Okay.
what? Her husband's not happy. He thinks it's going to start a downward spiral, that she'll start doing it more often. However, she thinks it's ridiculous of him to expect her to glam up 7 days a week. And I couldn't agree more. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I feel like most guys, this is surprising for me because I think most guys want the natural look. I feel like whenever I meet someone and then we get together and it's always like, oh, I love you when you have less makeup on, but you met me when I was all glammed up. You know, Kanye West said the same thing to Kim Kardashian, you know. I love you more natural, and she's always made up, right? So I find it interesting that this husband would be demanding her to always be glam. What do you guys think?
I think that it's something more than just being. I think he's seeing a tree monster. It's not. It's different when
Lonnie.
you just don't put on makeup. No, is it not? I'm being serious. Like if she's saying I'm not doing nothing, like I'm just gonna let my hair go. I'm not gonna,
Lonnie is
wash my face. I think that's what he trying to let her know.
You're saying exactly
One
what
day,
my mom
Lonnie.
is saying. Mama Mai, it would say, I disagree with Lonnie, but here's the crazy thing, Garcelle. Mama Mai would say the same thing. In fact, when I go like au natural, like I'm talking like maybe some face cream and that's it. So you looking like, pale and just no lashes, bald eyes, the whole thing. Sometimes my mom pulls me aside and she says, hey, Gong. Gong means daughter. Gong, what you do, huh? You want scared Jay? Put something on. And I'm like,
That is terrible,
you gave
Mama
birth
Mai.
to this.
That is terrible.
This came from
That is
you.
terrible. Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
starting
no,
a
And the thing she's saying is those women in that age, they believe that we shouldn't scare men. Like, we shouldn't give them one thing and all of a sudden, like,
you shouldn't let your tree monster out. Not your whole tree monster, just a little bit.
That
a
is
mini tree monster.
so wrong.
I don't
Mini
agree
tree,
with
not
it,
the
Lonnie,
whole
but I
one.
understand what you're saying.
A friend of mine is going on a trip with her boyfriend, and she told her boyfriend that she needs glam, and can he fly glam out? Do you know he said yes?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So we're
let me tell
starting
you
a
this.
precedent that is insane.
No, let me tell you this,
Yep.
okay? So Jay has never seen, like, Jay sees me put my makeup on, but he doesn't know the ins, the whole detail, right? Well, we're doing our glam at home and everything, right? So he comes in to talk to me, and I actually have never done a lash in front of a guy. And just like for you guys, when you take off your wig in front of a guy or you take your lashes off in front of a guy, it's a little like, whoa, I forgot that comes off. You know what I mean? So when I put the lash
I'm
on,
not
he was
doing that.
standing here, and he was like, yo, I want to, babe, do I have to watch that? And I was like, you look at them every day, you might as well learn how they go on. But he actually was a little disappointed. He's like, babe, I don't want to see that. So to answer your question about your friend's boyfriend, I understand what he's saying. He wants the magic. He's like, whatever it takes.
He wants
put
the magic.
on.
But they don't need to see how the sausage is made. You don't need to know what goes in
Right,
it. They don't need to see it.
Thank you. They don't want to see it all raw too. All the sausage, all the extras, and before you put it all together.
Right.
It's like, no.
All the glue tape
do
and-
something.
yeah, no.
They don't need to see
Right,
all of
right.
that. I
But
mean, I have a
see,
question for
that's
you,
why-
Garcelle, because I know, when you start dating, like, when are you going to let the guy see the all natural?
Oh my
First of
God,
all,
did she
I don't
freeze?
even know what that is. But, they see it when they're supposed to see it, Lonnie.
That's my girl. I don't know about you,
I
but
also
I've
feel
always
like,
said
guys
this
are
from the
visual.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
guys
they
are
are.
visual.
But also, Garcelle, we don't want to feel like we should be ashamed about how we look natural. So I always
No,
encourage
absolutely
women
not.
that at some point, early in the relationship, start to shed a little bit. If I let Jay see me like this every
little.
day, he's gonna think that this is how I always look. I also look
agree.
cute when I'm
Exactly.
natural. I also look cute when I have my face cream on. You know what I mean? Like, you
Totally.
gotta switch it
Yeah,
up.
but a little, not all
I
at the
agree.
same time. And I think this husband was saying she did it on Sundays, nothing. It's like, and that was a shock to his system. And he was being honest. You can't get mad at a man for being honest. Don't get mad. Just
No.
understand where he coming from. A little bit at a time. Baller Alert recently decided to keep it real about relationships, posting a harsh truth some people need to hear. They said, stop staying in relationships just because you've been together for a long time. In fact, they said the longer you wait to leave, the harder it'll get, and you'll just end up more unhappy. So, ladies, what advice would you give someone trying to decide if they should hit the relationship restart button?
Ooh, I want to hear what you
think
ladies have to say to this, because that was a hard one for me.
Was it? I think, you know what? I
yeah.
think we forget that. Happiness is a gift we give to ourselves. And I think anytime you stay in a relationship that is no longer serving you, is no longer making you happy, I'm not saying like, you know, in one day you have to leave if it's not working out. But I do feel that life is so fleeting. If we've learned anything out of 2020 is that life is fleeting, things can change really quickly, and you need to be happy. So staying in a relationship just because it's familiar, just because you don't want to be alone, I think is a disservice to you. So I say, take a chance. You know, I think being single doesn't make you lonely. Being in a relationship doesn't equal happiness. So I think you have to find the balance of what's good for you. And just staying for the kids, I don't think is the right answer, because I feel like kids learn from their environment and what they see. And if you both are unhappy in the household, the kids are going to think that's what a relationship's supposed to be, and you're supposed to be unhappy. So sometimes I say being in separate homes and having two happy, healthy parents is better than being in a home where everybody's miserable.
I hear you, and the logic is all there, Garcelle. I vehemently agree with you. The part is, how do you do it? Especially when you've been married for a long time, you're in the same house, and maybe you don't have somewhere to go. Maybe this person is still in love with you, but you are not, so you're the one breaking it up. You know, that conversation, as much as you know it's time to have it, pulling the Band-Aid off and actually doing it is like another thing. And so sometimes I do wonder, for, you know, what is the solid advice to give to somebody besides just do it? Because that's really what I did. You know, when I was ready for divorce, I was ready like years before, but I just didn't know how to say it, and I kept maybe thinking something could get better. And eventually, we were gonna hit the 10-year mark. And you can't have a 10-year relationship with somebody that you don't plan to continue. So that was like a big talk that I had to have to myself to like muster it up. And it didn't come out in an organized way. It really just came out like blah, like that, you know? And I don't advise somebody else to do the same thing.
Were you afraid to be lonely? Were you afraid of what people will say? Did you feel like you would, you know, you're a failure if you got out of the relationship?
I was afraid for the person's feelings. I was afraid that I was the most wrong person in the world to create such a sin like divorce. I was afraid of, not afraid, but I was just embarrassed of all the people we would then have to tell that, hey, what you've seen here is actually not what's working behind closed doors, so we're actually not happy. I'm not, you know, wanting to continue this. So all of those fears compounded, and it just makes you just stay quiet. And before you know it, months go by, years go by, and you just start realizing you hit a certain anniversary, you know, milestone, and you can't do that. That's what stopped me. I don't know. If I wasn't hitting a 10-year mark, I might have still just kept going because I wasn't sure how to handle it.
Wow, you know, that's the thing about relationships. Everybody has their reasons for staying or a reason for leaving. Just like I think what Garcelle said, make sure it's for the right reason if you stay. Make sure it's the right reason if you leave.
Yeah.
And just, you know, you really got to have some talk with yourself, some therapy, things like that, because that's what's important, you know.
Vice recently decided to process why we procrastinate in an article titled, "Why Do I Spend Weeks Avoiding Tasks That Will Take Me 10 Minutes to Do?" The article was based on a tweet from author Kimberly King Parsons, which said, "Took me 11 minutes to do that thing I've been avoiding for 3 months, a memoir." They said that task management is really more about mood management, meaning if you're not really feeling the task, you just ain't gonna do it. Ladies, when it comes to tiresome tasks, would you say you're like a pro at procrastinating?
Absolutely. I will not put those dishes in the dishwasher. Something's wrong with me.
Oh my God, you let him stack up?
It doesn't make any sense. Then James does.
I don't like it. I
You
think
start
about
using
it, I
dishes
think
from the
about it.
dishwasher? Yeah,
Yes.
you just start
What?
using them from the dishwasher after they're cleaned, right? So you don't have to unload them.
No, I don't do that. I push myself to do it. And then I'm like,
Oh.
why did I make such a big deal? It took me like 4 minutes to do it. Like it's just mental.
It's
you know, you
something
just
about
like,
it.
it's not fun. It's not
The
fun.
laundry.
I want to do something.
Folding the clothes. I still got clothes
yes,
I ain't
that
folded.
too.
just kidding. I pull it straight out of the dryer, put it in the basket. Oh, I'm gonna fold them. Don't just wait, let me go over here and drink some coffee.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna dry. I'm gonna dry January. I'm gonna fold them clothes. 2 weeks later, I'm gonna fold you.
Okay, I cannot stand washing my wigs and my extensions. I don't know what it is. I just don't like I already don't like washing my own hair, but to take my
don't?
wigs and my extensions into the shower and also additionally shampoo and condition them. Guys, I got a track in here right now that still has the silver paint from my routine on Dancing with the Stars when I had my hair
No!
painted
Mine.
silver for the up performance.
No.
Yo, my hairstylist puts it in and has to hide it because if you look at it, it's silver inside the track. Like inside
Cheaty bye.
right here. So I just
You
hide
know-
it, guys.
you know-
I'm just gonna hide it right here because I'm not doing it. Nope.
That's so
right
funny.
there.
You know what helped me during quarantine? D-Nice. I would put on D-Nice on, Club Quarantine, and that helped me like put the, linen closet together, put the boys' closets together. Like if I didn't
Yeah.
have that to keep me going, music is the best thing. Wine, I'll want to sit down, I'll want to watch a movie, and nothing will get done. It's horrible.
You ever vacuum
Yes.
clean and you see that one thing that the vacuum clean won't pick up, but you
And
all
you
it takes
jam
you
it.
2 seconds to bend over, to bend it and pick it up. But
Just walking by it.
You even, hey Lonnie, you even take your toe to try to nudge it towards the vacuum to get it in the right way.
yeah. It's just pick it up. Just pick
We're
it
being
up.
real.
Something's wrong. Just, like,
And man,
unbelievable.
we here at The Real are officially the pro in procrastination.